Hello Cheesters, it's Gav. Welcome to another one of my videos. Today we're going to be looking at some 28mm Empress Miniatures Indian Mutiny figures. Yes, part of my Indian Mutiny project. The same one, 64th foot. I don't know why I always say all this because it'll be in the title. But anyway, just the 4 figures to show you, and I'll probably just chuck them all on there as well, just have one last look before I varnish them and get them based. As I say, I'm only doing this project when I've, to be honest with you, got the finances to do it. So they're not cheap. Once I've got some more money, I'll get myself some more figures. As I say, there's no point going on to what figures in the Mutiny range I'll get yet. I'll definitely probably have to make some more up for this unit. I think I've said before, I like, I mean, all these are different, which is fantastic. Obviously, the more packs you buy, you're going to get obviously a bit more repetitive, but they are, you know, all great little characters. The only problem I've got is, I've got no idea why I didn't spot it before. I've got a command pack, which, you know, obviously because I bought the value, you know, little value deal or whatever. I think next time I'm just going to pick my own packs. It'll make it a bit less problematical in working things out. And I bought the ensign pack, which are carrying the colours. Now, in the command pack I'd got an officer pointing. Oh, let's go down at the bench and take a look. Right guys, no particular order. This is one of the ensigns, obviously his hand's up there to carry the colours. Flintlock pistol, very very nice pose. I've given him like again one of the dyed bluey peppery grey jackets. When they dyed the khaki, I can't remember which dye gave them this one, but there was a lot of them as well wearing not necessarily the 64th, but units wearing this like peppery grey colour of different hues and shades, and I decided just to, you know, break it up a bit. I'd give him a jacket. His jacket would be dyed in that colour, but yeah, lovely figure. I just gave him a brown neckerchief. I didn't want anything too colourful. So yeah, that's number 1 officer. Now this is, again, he just happens to pop up. This is the problematical one. Now this was in the command pack, and I never realised that he was carrying the sling for the to put the colour pole in, stave, whatever you want to call it. Never, all the time I was doing him, painting him up, it wasn't until I merrily painted up the sling, as I call it, for the colours, and I suddenly thought, hang on a minute, I've already got 2 ensigns carrying the colours. So when I thought he was running, I thought he was very slightly a weird pose, but obviously he can carry the colours over his, I'll take it, put him over his shoulder, the pole. Well, that's not really what I want as a, I mean, he'll be fine as a, you know, I've already now got a painted ensign to colour somebody else, carry somebody else's colours, but it's just blooming annoying because I was going to have him in, you know, on one of the bases, you know, running with the blokes, and I don't think in real life they'd be carrying a sling for the colours around them if they didn't need it. So yeah, that was a bit of a letdown because, as I say, that this one came in the command pack. Yes, you know, you don't have to say he's carrying the colours. I mean, he does look like he's running. He's just with a sling round him. I didn't personally didn't want to go down that road, so he's now going to have to become a spare. So I painted him for nothing really. This is my other colour bearer. Sorry. Right, let's backtrack. See, I haven't picked these up for a while. I'm keeping him. I do apologise. The two colour bearers are going to be these 2 guys, because they, with the neck guards and that they've got on for the sun, they look roughly the same compared along with all the other guys. This guy I'm keeping because he's got the same old style cap, because that's like a, underneath that it's the real Chaco's got this flap at the back. Now he will probably normally be with the Bengal Fusiliers and like the Madras Fusiliers and things like that, so it doesn't have to be. You know, especially officers, they wore what they like, and as I keep saying, in the mutiny time, you know, things were wearing out, and they really were quite a mess. There's quite often people saying how unregimental for the British Army units were. So he's going to be the spare. I do apologise. So this guy will be our spare. And then we've got the senior officer for now. Again, quite a nice pose. Wasn't sure whether I should silver up that sword. It's classic non-metallic. It reflects different ways. It's like gunmetal there, but with silver on top. And the AK silver is a very nice one. So yeah, that's our senior officer. As I say again, I've not wanted any of the slings and anything that's, I don't want it too white, if that makes sense. So yeah, these are the three. Can we get back? Yeah. Those three are going to be our officers on the base. I've got to build it up by another one or two figures, never mind a mounted officer. So this guy here, he'll be wrapped up when I've varnished them and put up in labelled, and you know, wait for a rainy day when I've got another unit of that type of stuff. So that's our officers. I suppose we'll get all the boys out and have a look. Right, not a great unit in size, but as I say, I've got to add at some stage. You know, I'll add a mounted officer, but as I said to you guys, buying the mounted officers, it's an investment for me at the moment. I'd have to buy mounted officers and then nothing else, and then I wouldn't paint all the officers because I wouldn't know obviously what style I wanted to fit them into different units. So we'll work our way around that one as we go. I think, as I say, at least one or two, a couple more blokes to flesh out the unit, I believe. I did count them. I'm not going to do it now because the camera is in the way. But really nice. As I say, it's not everybody's cup of tea, especially when it's all khaki. You know, it's. I've tried to vary the different khaki shades. There will be other units with different colours in as we go. And probably the mutineers will probably be a bit more colourful, because I believe a lot of them actually retained the old uniforms. So I'll put a few patches on here and there, you know, just to show wear and tear, really. Bit of dirt on them. But very, very nice figures. You've got to watch. The only thing I say is they've got some very, very thin mould lines. You know, they're the type that you miss them a lot of the time if you're not careful. And there was a couple I've had to incorporate in, almost like what I'll do if I have missed them and it's going to damage too much paint, to restart again. As long as they're not overly in your face, I'll incorporate them as increases and that with different. It's hard to explain, but there's different ways you paint them, and you can sometimes get away, only sometimes, get away with you know, an odd, very thin mould line if you can paint it out as a crease. So thank you very much for stopping by and taking a look. As I say, not a long one, hopefully, compared to some of my videos. There will be one more video of these when they're all based. I've just got to work the basing out, so I've still not worked the basing out sizes yet and what figures I'm going to have, because if I've got to have extras, I'd prefer at least these guys to be all based. So I've just got to work out what extras I need to round off the unit. but I don't see the sense in getting those until I've put an order in for another unit of whatever I decide. So yeah, one more look at these when they're all based, whether it's soon or in the future. I mean, I'll definitely be sticking them down on MDF bases just to condense them a bit, so I tend to have soldiers all over the place at the moment. You can just see lurking in the around here, we've got some of the plastic naps, and I've got the client's naps all arranged out at the back. So yeah, what's coming up? I'm working on yet another model at the moment. Thought I'd got everything sorted and then realised I've got to do a bit more filling on it, so for the scale it's just taking a bit longer than I thought. And that's about it. Lexington will start work in a couple of weeks. I'm still just looking up on things on that at the moment. I don't want to rush into it and then regret that I've not done enough research, so I'm just looking that up at the moment. I've got another model coming in, should come in this week, only a little fella, so I'll probably do an unboxing of that. I'll have a Napoleonics update as well in the week, hopefully a Wolverine update later towards the very end of the week, but if not the week after. But yeah, definitely be a Napoleonics update with some mounted Empress Dragoons for the client, and some plastic French line infantry that I'm painting to eventually sell on at some stage. So look after yourselves. Thanks for stopping by and taking a look, and I'll probably take a couple of photographs and stick them on at the end of just to the officers, because you've seen all the others and they've been photographed. So we'll put the officers up as a photograph, and we'll catch each other soon on another video.